All right, this is Jamarhl Crawford, current candidate for Boston City Council District 7. And this is District 7, this outlined area. And if you look at what's in here, if you could see it, but this is predominantly Roxbury. This big empty park down here, that's Franklin Park. You know, that's Seaver Street along there and all that. So all in here encompasses all of the district of District 7. And I want to talk to you right now and tell you that it is my estimation that District 7 is the most important race in the city. A lot of people are focusing on the mayor's race, and I understand that. But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, the die has been cast. We have two candidates that are extremely similar, at least in the fact that whatever happens at the end of the day, as many people have noted in the media and others, is that at the end of the day, we're going to have a white Irish Catholic mayor at the end of the day, which is all fine. I know both of the gentlemen, and whatever it is, I believe that either of them would be better than what we've had for the past 20 years, because at least they've already demonstrated that they have a willingness and an ability to listen, which is key. Make note. But here in District 7, I would say that we are in the most critical race in this city. Why would you say that? Some people would say, well, why? Because he's running. So of course he's going to say that. I'm not saying this just because I'm running. I'm saying this because we're the district where all the bodies are piled up. This area is not just a map of the district, but this is also a map almost, if we could pinpoint around this where all the murders and the shootings take place, it would fill this area up. And particularly if we did it over the past decade or so. So we are in the middle of where all the violence is happening, a lot of the crime. If we look at mass incarceration, the young men and women now, in increasing numbers from this community, are the ones that are filling up the jail cells. If we talk about education, this is where most of the underperforming schools are, and the schools that may still be doing well, they still have a shortage on books or paper, pen, basic school supplies. If you go in there, the ceiling could be crumbling and falling down on your kid's head into his little school lunch or what have you. This is that district. And if you talk about health, let's look at the health disparities. This is the district that's suffering from everything from asthma to AIDS, literally. All right? And on top of that, when you look at more of the health disparities, we also get the least amount of support and resources. We're dealing with substance abuse and addiction and recovery from that. We're dealing with people who are coming home from prison and trying to avoid recidivism, re-entry. So once again, this is the district that has the most critical issues facing our city. And at the same time, while we need the most, we get the least. We get the least services ever. You know, I don't have to tell you that the way that they pick up trash in the city is different in Roxbury than it is in West Roxbury. All right? The way that the police or the ambulance respond, or Verizon or N-Star or National Grid, or if you go to the McDonald's in Hyde Park, it is most certainly different than the McDonald's in Roxbury Mall. So the bottom line is, no matter what service we get, services and quality of service is diminished when you come into our community. So we have the worst problems, we get the least help. Now who would fix that? The person who represents you. The person who represents you is supposed to fight for this area that has the worst stuff going on and gets the least help. And that person is supposed to step in the middle and make sure that more resources and more help and more services come to this place that needs it the most. So we're in the worst shape, we get the least help, and the representation that I just spoke about, we have, in my estimation, my opinion, you might not share this opinion, but in my opinion, we have the weakest representation on the city council. Matter of fact, other areas who don't even need that much help and are not going through what we're going through, they have some of the strongest representation in the city. So you're talking about areas like West Roxbury, you're talking about areas like Hyde Park, or you're talking about areas, I said West Roxbury, Hyde Park, Alston, Brighton, North End. They have strong representation, strong constituent bases, strong constituent services, South Boston. But here in Roxbury, our current incumbent city councilor, Tito Jackson, you know, in my belief, nice guy. But sometimes, particularly if you're in the fight for your life, you don't want a nice guy on your side. You want somebody who's not afraid, who's going to go in there, call it like it is, advocate, agitate. And people say, why would you want to agitate? If there were no agitators in our history, we would still be in chains. Believe that. No one ever has moved our people forward just even an inch by begging and pleading and saying, please, sir, would you please, thank you. That doesn't happen. You have to agitate, you have to fight. Power concedes nothing without a demand. We know that. So in any event, District 7, this is the race to watch. This is the most important race in the city. And the question that goes out to the residents and the voters of District 7 is simply, if you feel as though that everything has been smooth and everything is copacetic and fine and dandy in the services that our district has been getting, then vote for the other guy. It's that simple. You have a choice to make. And if you think things are going smooth, vote for the other guy. If, however, you think that things could be better, that we need a change, that our issues could be brought to the forefront a little bit more, we could be represented more fiercely, then I would contend that I'm your guy. So once again, like we did with the people's poll, you have the choice between that or this. And once again, go to thatorthis.info, make your choice known. But this is probably the most critical time in our history right now. And more importantly than who is going to be the mayor of the city of Boston, more importantly, I would submit to you, is who's going to represent for you in District 7. Right here, in this part of town that needs the most, gets the least, and currently has been represented in a weak fashion. I intend to bring strength, passion, determination, and ability to Boston City Council District 7. Once again, my name is Jamarhl Crawford, current candidate for District 7 Boston City Council. You can check out the website, jamarhlcrawford.com, jcford7.com, or simply roxbury.com. Check me out. Do your research. I don't want you to vote for me and support me because I talk good or something. No. I want you to support me because you've done your research, you've read what I've presented, and because you believe in the merit of the ideas that I'm presenting. So that's what I'm asking for. Not just support, but a good hard look. And after you do your examination, you make that choice. Do you want that or do you want this? Once again, Jamarhl Crawford, District 7, Boston City Council. Thank you. Peace.